Let's get ourselves connected. Gotta get yourself connected. Gotta get connected.
Well, data rates for mobile devices in the U.S. continue to fall, but in Canada, we're not really seeing that. On the line, we've got Jack Kapica from the Globe and Mail to talk about the future of cell phones. Thanks for joining us, Jack.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for calling me.
So what's the deal? I see down in the States I can get a smoking unlimited rate as far as my data plan, but up here in Canada, it's not the same case.
Yeah, and I'm not entirely sure why. It could have something to do with the competition or lack of it in Canada. You know, the cell phone companies have kept their data rates extremely high. Now, the Americans started dropping theirs last year because when iPhone struck a deal with AT&T had to drop its prices in order to be able to guarantee Apple that monopoly. But then that put every other company in the position of having to drop their rates because the iPhone does an awful lot of data exchange. You know, the more that telephones become like computers, the more data they require, and the more data they require, the more you have to pay for them, and it becomes a bit of a vicious circle. So I mean, the cell phone companies in Canada would really like to be able to have the most fancy cell phones going, but they know at some point the cell phones are going to demand so much data that they're going to have to drop their rates. So it becomes a question of how long do you hang on to these expensive data rates. In any case, what you're talking about is Sprint in the States was, I think, the fourth company to drop its rates. They've got an all-you-can-eat package, which is voice and data, and the data includes things like web surfing and email and IM messaging and text messaging and all that other stuff. And you put it all together, and you can get that for $99.95 per month, which in my books is still outrageous, but there you have it. That's considered cheap.
Well, it sounds outrageous, but you know, similar plans. Well, there are no similar plans here in Canada. It would be hundreds of dollars to have some type of you know, large bandwidth type plan. But I mean, we've got 3 carriers up here. You'd think that there'd be a little more competition.
Well, there's going to be. Just this past month, I think it was, the CRTC opened up hearings for anybody who wants to bid for another band or another cell phone setup. Now, I mean, let's assume that somebody gets it within the next few months. They're going to have to, of course, build up a whole network across the country of their own towers, their own communication system, and so on. So it's going to be quite a while before that happens. And I'm convinced that what's keeping the iPhone from coming into Canada now is that they're just going to sit on this incredibly money-making situation that they've got, high data rates, until they absolutely have to. In other words, when this new player comes on the block and starts playing, that's when they're going to have to drop their prices. But until then, they're not going to. Or just before the new player starts up, what they're going to do is sign up a contract with Apple to get the iPhone in.
Jack, I want to thank you so much for your insights into this.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
Jack Kapica from the Globe and Mail. You can check out more of his writing up at the globetechnology.com site.